Ray Reardon, a very warm welcome. How are you, sir?
I'm very well, thank you. And it's nice to be here.
Well, it's great to have you. I mean, you live down in Devon these days, of course.
That's right.
Don't come back to Wales very often. Good to be home?
I haven't been back here for, what, 3 years, yeah.
Yeah. 3 years.
Too long, it's too long.
Enjoying your stay?
Yes, it's an up and back job today,
Yeah.
Which is not good. Really.
One night in Cardiff.
It's, yeah, which is a shame. It doesn't give me a chance to go and see some of my... I've got a relative, an uncle still with us, and a couple of cousins I'd like to go and see.
You're here, of course, Ray, because this trophy, that wonderful trophy that we saw just in shot there at the end, is now named after you.
That's a lovely...
How does that feel?
I mean, whoever wins that, I mean, it's a bit of a tough match out there at the moment, but it's a really lovely trophy, and one really for the sideboard, you know. Oh, yeah. Prime and place in their home, this is.
Yeah, pride of
nice
place.
Nice bit of Waterford crystal, you know.
Well, I think, Dominic, you said that last night, didn't you? Waterford crystal.
I identified it immediately. Into the last time I saw this chap here, I spilt red wine all down his shirt and tie in the 2006 World Championship. I think you were working with Ronnie then, weren't you?
I'm lucky I changed my tie, haven't I?
It's a different one, I can see that.
It's what does it mean to you then, Ray? You know, for that trophy to be named after you.
Well, it all came as a big surprise in any case, and when it did come by a letter, I was over the moon about it. Actually, yes, it's nice, isn't it? Really, I was deeply honoured, actually, very excited.
Well, we can see it there.
It's very kind of them, very kind.
It does.
All the people who made it possible. Thank you all very, very much indeed.
I don't know if people still have mantelpieces these days, but it should take pride of place on one if Mr. Trump or Mr. Bingham happens to have one. But, I mean, Ray...
Well, I won in Wales, I won in Wales.
Yeah, they should do, yeah. How are you enjoying the final, then? What have you been watching this afternoon, this evening?
It's nip and tuck at the moment, isn't it? It's anybody's game.
Yeah.
It's good. They're in and not working it out properly, but it's a bit fast out there. The tables are speedy. I mean, you know these tables better than I.
They're
fast,
very fast.
you know,
yes, they are.
Which is ideal for making breaks, isn't it, really?
Yes.
Stroke player, touch player, control, delighted, wonderful. Ronnie'd love it in there.
Oh, well, he does. Yeah. Well, that's why he wins so many tournaments these days. When he plays in them.
It's like being on a golf course with fast greens, isn't it, really?
Augusta.
Oh, magic. So easy to play.
Ray, give me your thoughts, if you would, on the state of the modern game and what you think of it now compared to your era.
It's very good, actually. I love it. I love it. Of course, they've changed the formats and there's more tournaments. The problem I see is best of 7 frames. It's anybody's game, really. I think anybody out of the top 16 would love it. Maybe the ones above that wouldn't think so much of it. It's a give and take business. I mean, I think it was introduced mainly for the spectators because they see 2 games rather than 1 game, so they get better value for money. More people can see it, surprise results. Nobody seems to be domineering the game as it did in the 80s and 90s. I'm not forgetting my own little bit in the 70s, obviously.
Well, a little bit.
Slightly,
just the 6 world
I mean,
titles.
just take it last Sunday, they played the final up in Preston.
Yeah.
And the 2 of the contestants in the final, Hawkins and Days and the Welshman, they were down here on the Monday. So they've got to drive all the way from Preston. Yeah. I don't suppose they got to bed till about 2 in the morning. And they've got to drive all the way down here and expect to play on a Monday. Not right. Yeah, they should have a day's grace and play on the Tuesday.
This man would know all about...
I think the organisation sort that out, you know. Yeah.
Well, you'd know all about that, Dominic. Of course, you're still on the circuit yourself. I mean, what about these two, Mr. Trump and Stuart Bingham?
Fantastic. Very great players, great players. And there's so many great players today. It's difficult to pick a winner, isn't it, really? I mean, in my day, there would be probably half a dozen you could say who could win it, but now there must be 50 or more. It's tough out there.
Yeah.
It's tough. I usually talking about a boy from Wales, a 15-year-old. There's a young lad in the audience now, a name of Davis. I heard Ivan Davis, actually. And his father rang me up, Leighton Davis, a couple of weeks ago, and I got him to come in the audience to meet me, actually. 11 years of age, and he's made a 108 break.
Wow.
That's nice. So that just goes to show how the game is progressing.
And obviously we'll be hoping to see the likes of Tyler Reese and Jackson Page, as we saw in that feature, make their way in the game. I mean, you know, we've got, 6-6 in this final, briefly. What do you see happening, Dominic?
Well, I think it's going to be won and lost now mentally. Whoever sort of takes their chances the best and deals with adversity the best. Because, I mean, Judd's going to try and pot his way to victory, I think, and Stuart's going to just try and score heavily, but mediate his shot choices a little bit more than Judd's likely to, I think.
Bingham or Trump for you, Ray? What do you think?
I wish them both the best of luck, actually, because there's not much in it, really. As Dominic says, it's a bit touch and go, really.
Right.
But
we're going to have to go back in.
If those balls don't go right, well, I mean, you know me, it takes a long time to say something.
Lovely to see you, Ray. We're going to go back in the arena. It's time to get this show back.